Hello, what's up guys? Let's play the transport favorite team. Um, Continue from the last episode. In the last two episodes, I have created the map of Singapore. Basically, I'm living in Singapore. This is the island of Singapore. To the north is Malaysia, and the main island here is Singapore's main island. The southmost island is Sentosa. And this island is also an artificial island. No, it is not artificial. I guess it's semi artificial island. It's Jurong East. And in the last episode, I have talked about how did I create this industrial region and bring up the whole the whole oil supply chain from the upstream to the downstream, and finally to the plastic industrial, and sending the end product plastics from this harbor to the harbor connecting to the main city. And the target harbor to the main city is located between the Jurong East and the Buona Vista. And you can see the Jurong East is getting huge, bigger and bigger, especially after I created this train station, this gigantic train station. And alongside this train station, there's a huge bus terminal. Although currently it is not officially in use, but later I'm sure it's going to show up its strong potentiality. Okay, so the main change from the last episode, after playing a few more hours, is I have extended this train line. The train line is basically connecting the west, the east of the city. So from the most west side is the Jurong East. From the most east side is a Bidoc. And there are a few stations. The first station is a Bidoc station. The second station is a downtown station. The third station is a Queenstown station. The fourth station is a Buona Vista station, and the last station is a Jurong East station. And I think the downtown is like the central station for the whole line, because here is the most populated and central area of the city. And for this reason, I put the depot near the downtown train station. And I can show you the two lines running on this east-west line. I have named it as a train station, east-west line, direction 1, and direction 1 is driving from west. It is operating from west to east. And similarly, we have direction 2, which is operated from east to west. So you can see direction 1 is from Jurong East all the way to Bidoc, so it's from west to east. And direction 2 is from Bidoc to Jurong East, which is east to west. And how did I manage the tracks? Basically, it's not that difficult, just two tracks, and at the terminal stations, the Bidoc stations and the Jurong East stations, I have created a lane for changing direction, which is here. This lane changes the direction, and there's a signal as well, indicating the train, guiding the train for changing directions, guiding the train to get down the red track to its right direction. You can see trains getting that way for returning back. So, and I also along this the lengthy tracks of the whole train tracks, all the signals are indicating the tracks are one way track. So So the trains running on the tracks are always hiding. The train will always running on the right side of the track. So this can make everything more convenient and easier to be managed. Okay, let's follow our train to have a trip. And which station are we heading to? We are heading for Jurong East. Yeah, we are heading for Jurong East because this car we are currently taking the green color train. The green colored train is actually operating on the opposite track. By saying operating, I mean it only stops at the stations if it is driving on the opposite track. But if the train is currently driving on this track, it is non-stop. It will drive all the way to the beginning station, which is Jurong East station. So you can see the train is running at a full speed, 160 kilometers, and do not stop at the station. We just pass that until it reaches its first station, the Jurong East station. Okay, where are we now? We are at Buona Vista. The train has stopped. It's simply because there is a train in front of it, so the signal indicates that we have to stop for a few moments to make sure the next segment of the track is clear. We can see there are a few trains. There are actually a few trains running on the tracks to provide bigger transporting capacities. Okay, and now we are in Jurong East. On the right hand side is the industrial area. On the left hand side is the commercial area. And we are currently waiting for the track to be cleared to enter the station. It's actually this red train occupied the station just now, so we were waiting for that train to be cleared. This is our Jurong East station. This is a huge station. You can see there are 4 tracks with 3 passenger platforms and lots of passenger entrance buildings, waiting regions. Yeah, and 36 people get on. And this train is not big. It's only 3 cars. It only contains 3 cars, so the total capacity is 69 people, 69 persons. Currently, we are taking 36, which is about 50% loading of the whole capacity. Okay, and here we are arriving at the Buona Vista. The Buona Vista is expanding very fast due to this MRT station and also the connecting bus stations. So lots of people. So this station and this town is developing really fast. And you can see the train is full, but still some passengers waiting on the platforms. So yeah, unfortunately we have to wait for the next train. Yeah, yes, that part is getting so popular recently. And okay, we are arriving at the Queenstown station, but you can see this is a huge contrast. The Queenstown station, not so many people. Yeah, because of this town is not that developed yet because of they didn't create too many transportation infrastructures in this town. So there's now so many bus lanes, bus services, and therefore now so many people taking public transportation. And next station is the downtown. Downtown is a popular station because it is the center of the city. It is the center of the city. It's also one of the earliest developed region. But since going to that directions, but we are moving in that direction. There's just one more stop, so there's nobody taking this direction. You can see in the opposite direction there are lots of passengers because to the west there's more stations and more destinations. This is pretty makes sense. This makes sense a lot. Very reasonable. And you can see after we go in this direction, passing through the downtown station, we are arriving at the final station, which is a bidirection station. Bidirection station, generally speaking, no people here. Because this region is also not fully developed yet. It's not fully developed. It's not developed yet. So yeah, definitely I'm going to spend some time to develop this region to make the city more modern, more developed, and more attractive to tourism, to workers, to residents. And you can see this is so beautiful. By just virtually riding on the train and traveling through the city. Wow, this is so beautiful. Now we are crossing the river. I like the scene. It just looks so amazing. It is like traveling outside. It is more. Sometimes I feel playing this game is even more interesting than traveling outside. Okay, you can see it is not stopping here because of the green colored train is just returning. It's just returning back to the first station, which is the Jurong East station. And you can see here is our orchard, full of people, full of tall, high-rise buildings. And I actually don't expect that there are some buildings coming out of from here. This just looks so weird. In between the streets, full of lots of factories. and people are just walking in between the road. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, and that's all for my sharing. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can follow me on how do I expand the city by bringing people around, by expanding and upgrading the transportation infrastructure, transportation system. And you can see it's gradually gaining up the pace, gaining up the rhythm. The initial city is this size, and after the transportation, the city is like this size. This is a huge change. Okay, see you guys.